Hello everyone, hello my grade 9 students. Welcome to another week of learning. This is me, your mom Shei, your guide in learning mathematics 9. So we are now with the last week of our quarter 1. And in this session, we will be discovering how to find the equation of the quadratic function. If you are new in this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, and hit the notification bell for more weekly updates. Alright, so I know you are excited as much as I do. So, let us get started! For this week, our most essential learning competencies are: first, determines the equation of a quadratic function given A, the table of values, B, the graph, and C, zeros. So, meaning to say, if before, ang hinanap natin or ang given natin is the quadratic function or the equation of the quadratic function, this time, we will look for that equation. Given lamang ay ang table of values, ang graph, and zeros. So, ito yung opposite. We will determine the equation. Equation ang hahanapin natin. And also, of course, we will solve problems involving quadratic functions. Ano ba yung mga example ng mga problems na pwede or that involves quadratic functions? So, we're going to achieve all these competencies by the end of this lesson. Are you ready? Let us begin with the table of values. Here in our given example, we have here a set of table of values. For the values of x, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And for the values of y, we have 5, 11, 19, 29, 41, 55, 71. So, of course, if this is given to you, of course, all you need to do first is to find or to determine first if this table of values is a quadratic function or does it express a quadratic function. Okay, for us to know that, we have to apply what we have learned from our previous lesson. So, you just need to find their differences, the differences of y. So, we will begin with 71. 71 minus 55, that is 16. 55 minus 41, we have 14. 41 minus 29, we have 12. 29 minus 19, we have 10. 19 minus 11, we have 8. And 11 minus 5, we have 6. So, therefore, kita natin, magkakaiba pa, no? So, let us find their second difference. Second differences are 16 minus 14, we have 2. 14 minus 12, 2. 12 minus 10, we have 2. 10 minus 8, 2. 8 minus 6 is 2. So, therefore, nag-equal na siya, no? So, if they have the same differences in their second differences, so therefore, it is an example of a quadratic equation. After knowing that this table of values is an example of a quadratic function, let us now find the equation. So, ano daw gagawin natin? If ang given natin, baligtad before in our previous lesson, we have the given are quadratic function. The given are the equations. So, this time, ang given ay table of values. How can you form or how will you find the quadratic function of this table? Okay, so this is how. First, so using any of the ordered pairs, x, y, di ba ito yung mga ordered pairs? We have 1, 5, 2, 11, 3, 19, and so on and so forth. You have to form a quadratic equation. So, yun yung unang part in order for us to form an equation. So, form a quadratic equation. Let us begin with our equation number 1. Our equation number 1, let us use 1, 5. Ma'am, paano po ba pumili ng ating gagamiting ordered pair? Any of the ordered pairs. Okay? So, kahit alin dyan ay pwede nyong gamitin. I use this kasi mas maliit yung number. So, mas madaling mag-multiply, no? Because what are we going to do? Since we all know that the quadratic function is equal to y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, all we need to do is to, yes, is to substitute the values of 1 and 5. Ang 1 natin is the x coordinate, while the 5 is our 5 coordinate. So, meaning to say, this is x, this is y. Sasubstitute natin siya sa value nito. Y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So, therefore, the resulting equation will become, ang y natin will be 5 is equal to a copy. X yung sasubstitute natin kasi yun yung may value. So, we have 1. So, a times 1 squared plus b times, ang x natin again ay 1 plus c. So, that's it. You just need to simplify. So, 5 is equal to 1 squared is 1. So, 1 times a, we have 1. B times 1, we have b. And positive c. So, therefore, we have 5 is equal to a plus b plus c. So, this is our equation number 1. Again, let us form another equation. So, at least we need three equations. Ano? So, let us proceed with our equation number 2. Our equation number 2, our ordered pair, ang pinili ko ay 390. So, pwede rin po ang 211, pwede rin 429, 541, any, kahit alin ang piliin ninyo. Ano? Kahit magkaiba yung sagot niyo sa iba, classmate nyo, or dito, you will arrive on the same answer. Okay? So, if I'm going to use this 319, so substituting the values, we can have, ang y natin ay 19, and then ang x natin ay 3. So, therefore, we have 19 is equal to a times 3 squared plus b times 3 plus c. Simplifying, we have 3 squared is 9. So, 9 times a, we have 9a. 3 times b, we have 3b, and then positive c. So, therefore, our equation number 2 is equal to 19 is equal to 9a plus 3b plus c. Did you get it? Madali bang mag-form ng equation? Alright, next, equation number 3. In equation number 3, I will use the ordered pair for 29. So, ang x natin ay 4 at ang y natin is 29. Substituting the values, we have 29 is equal to a times 4 squared dahil ang x natin ay 4 plus b times 4 plus c. So, 4 squared, that is 16. So, 16 times a, we have 16a. 4 times b, we have 4b plus c. So, this is our equation number 3. From that, we have arrived on equation number 1, which is equal to 5 is equal to a plus b plus c. Our equation number 2 is equal to 19 is equal to 9a plus 3b plus c. And for our equation number 3, we have 29 is equal to 16a plus 4b plus c. Now, what is our next step? Hey, so here, we're going to use the elimination method. So, in elimination method, I know this is just a review for you kasi ito ay discussed sa inyo during your grade 8. So, in elimination method, we have to choose any kahit alin. Any of the equations. If you want equation 1 and 2, equation 1 and 3, or equation 2 and 3. So, any. It's up to you. So, in this case, I will use the equation number 1 and equation number 2. So, I will use the equation. So, we have 5 is equal to a plus b plus c. That is our equation number 1. And 19 is equal to 9a plus 3b plus c, which is the equation number 2. And in elimination, ganito lang yan. Sinusubtract lang natin to and then cancel. So, it depends upon the sign, dito sa mga operations. So, since here, in order to eliminate one of the variable, ang target kasi natin in elimination method, we have to eliminate one of the variables. Ano ba yung mga variables natin? We have A, B, and C. So, mamimili kayo dyan kahit alin yung gusto nyong ma-eliminate. So, in this case, I will choose to eliminate first the value of C. Bakit? Mas madali kasi siyang matanggal. Why? Kasi all we need to do is to make it negative. Kapag to negative na, negative C at saka positive C, pwede na natin siyang makancel, right? Alright, so, and for it to be possible, para maging negative C to, kailangan i-multiply natin both side by negative. By negative 1. So, lahat yan, lahat ng terms na yan ay i-multiply natin by negative 1. And multiplying it by negative 1, we will have negative 1 times 5, negative 5. Negative 1 times A, negative A. Negative 1 times B, we have negative B. And negative 1 times positive C, we have negative C. So, that's it. So, after that, since ito naman ay wala na tayong kailangan i-multiply sa kanya, ayan, we just need to copy. So, 19 equals 9A plus 3B plus C. Then, elimination, kitang-kita natin na makakancel natin yung negative C at saka ito, negative C at saka si positive C. Kasi negative C plus positive C is equal to 0C. Yeah, so 0 na siya. So, we don't need to put it. Now let us proceed with this part. So, negative 5 plus 19, that is equal to 14. Is equal to negative 8 tsaka 9A. Negative A plus 9A, that is equal to, correct, that is 8A. Then, negative B plus 3B, we have positive 2B. So, we have 14 is equal to 8A plus 2B. Naalis na natin ngayon si C. Okay, nakuha ba? So, this will serve now as our equation number 4. So, nadagdagan yung nabuo nating equation. Ano? So, this is equation number 4. Ma'am, ano ba yung target natin? Ang target po natin is to find the values of A, B, and C. Yun yung makakatulong sa atin para makabuo ng quadratic function sa mga table of values na yan. Since we already have our equation number 4, ayan, 14 equals 8A plus 2B, isip tayo, ano pa yung pwede nating gawin? Alright, so here, nadagdagan na ngayon yung ating mga na-form na equation. So we have 14 is equal, ang equation number 4 natin is equal to 14 is equal to 8A plus 2B. So again, hindi pa natin nakukuha yung value ni A, B, and C. So let us form again, let us use again elimination method and form another equation. Why not gamitin ko naman or gamitin natin si equation number 2 and equation number 3. Ito yan. So kapag ginamit natin yan, that will result to, ayan, kopyahin natin, equation number 2, 19 equals 9A plus 3B plus C. Equation number 3, we have 29 is equal to 16A plus 4B plus C. So, meron ba tayong pwedeng ma-eliminate? Alright, so wala pa, no? So, ang gawin nating negative yung isa. Ganon din, gayahin natin yung ginawa natin sa previous slide. So, positive C, gawin natin tong negative para makancel ulit natin si negative. Si C. Now, para maging possible yon, we will multiply both side by negative 1. Pwede namang ito yung i-multiply nyo. So, kahit alin, it's up to you. Nasa strategy nyo yun. Now, kapag multiply natin by negative 1, itong equation number 2, that will result to negative 19 equals negative 1 times 9A, we have negative 9A. Negative 1 times 3B, we have negative 3B. And negative 1 times C, that is negative C. Then, copy the second equation or the equation number 3. 29 is equal to 16A plus 4B plus C. So, here, kitang-kita na natin again, makakancel na naman natin si letter C. Because negative C plus C is equal to 0. Now, let us proceed simplifying. Negative 19 plus 29, that is equal to positive 10 equals negative 9A plus 16A, we have 7A. Negative 3B plus 4B, we have, okay, pagmaminusin natin kasi magkaiba ng sign, we have B or 1B. Then, wala na tayo noong negative, nung ating letter C. So, we have 10 is equal to 7A plus B. That will be our equation number 5. So, may nabuo na naman tayong equation. After having the equation number 5, we can have, if you noticed, ayan, medyo umunti na yung mga variables natin. Ano? Meron na tayong A and B na lang dito sa equation 4 and 5. A and B. So, what are we going to do? Let us use these two equations para ma-eliminate natin another variable. Gusto nyo si A or si B. Now, I will use again elimination method, and that is, I will use the equations 4 and 5. So, ito yan. Let us copy 14 equals 8a plus 2b. That is our equation number 4. And equation number 5, we have 10 is equal to 7a plus b. Using the elimination method, I will think of a number na kailangan ma-eliminate dito. Alin ba yung variable na gusto nyo eliminate dito? Okay, if I were you, I will use this b. Ano? Yung b yung ating i-eliminate. Bakit? Mas maliit kasi yung number. Mas madali kasi konti lang yung i-multiply natin. Now, in order for it to be possible na ma-eliminate natin si 2b and b, let us multiply both sides by negative 2. Kapag ito naging negative 2b, then positive 2b, may eliminate natin si b. Nakuha nyo? Any number naman ay pwede. Ano? If you want 8a and 7a ang ma-eliminate, then imumultiply mo to ng 7 and then yung isa ay negative 8. Basta't kailangan lang opposite sila. Ano? Now, simplifying negative 2 times 10, ayan, syempre, kopyahin muna natin yung una. 14 equals 8a plus 2b. And then, for our second equation, negative 2 times 10 is negative 20 equals negative 2 times 7a, we have negative 14a. And negative 2 times b, it's equal to negative 2b. Elimination, 2b, positive 2b, and negative 2b, the answer is correct. That is 0. Na-eliminate na natin. So, that is the purpose of elimination. Ano? Now, after eliminating, ito na lang ang natira. 14 minus 20, we have negative 6. Is equal to 8 minus 14, we have negative 6a. See? Wala na yung ibang variables. Meron na lang tayong a. At kapag iisa na yung variable natin, tandaan nyo class, we can, yes, very good. We can divide both sides by negative 6. After dividing it, we will have, or we will arrive on a is equal to 6. Bakit po naging a is equal to 6 at 1? Na-cancel po natin yung negative 6 divided by negative 6, that is positive 1. Positive 1a. Then, negative 6 divided by negative 6, that is positive 1. So, therefore, a is equal to 1. Yan, nakuha na natin ang value ni a. Kapag nakuha na natin ang value ni a, madali na nating makukuha si b and si c. So, yun yung target natin. To find the values of the real numbers a, b, and c. And now, if the value of a is equal to 1, how about b and c? So, paano natin makukuha yung value ni b and c? Let us have the substitution. Bakit substitution method naman ang gagamitin natin? Kasi meron na tayong nakuha na natin kasi yung isang value ng a. Kapag nakuha na natin ang isang value ng real numbers, whether it is a, b, or c, isa-substitute na lang natin siya. Saan? Dito ba sa equations 1 to 3 na tatlong variables pang nawawala? O dito sa equations number 4 and 5 na dalawang variables na lang ang nawawala? Yes, very good. Para ma-solve si b, dito tayo. Kasi may value na tayo ng y. Pag sinubstitute natin ang value ng y dito, ng a dito, b na lang yung matitira. So, we will substitute it. Let us use the equation number 4 when a is equal to 1. Kasi yun yung value na nakuha natin kay a. Now, we will use it. We have 14 is equal to 8a plus 2b. I-substitute natin ang value ng a. So, we have 14 is equal to 8 times 1 plus 2b. 8 times 1, we have 8. 8 plus 2b. Now, para ma-isolate natin yung 2b, kailangan si 8, since parehas naman siyang constant or number, i-transpose natin siya to the other side. So, 14 minus 8 is equal to 2b. 14 minus 8, we have 6. 6 is equal to 2b. Now, para ma-solve si b, let us divide both sides by 2. And dividing both sides by 2, makancel natin si 2. The answer will be b is equal to 3. 6 divided by 2, that is equal to 3. So, therefore, may value na tayo ng b, and that is positive 3. Another. For the last variable, letter C. Paano natin siya makukuha? Meron na tayong value ng A. Ang A natin is 1. Ang B natin ay 3. Paano naman ang C? Magagamit pa ba natin ang equation 4 and 5? Okay, hindi na po kasi wala naman dito si C na hinahanap natin. So, you will choose only from equation 1 to equation number 3. And in this example, I will use the equation number 1. I will substitute. Substitute lang natin ang A and B. O, matitira na lang si C, right? Now, let us use equation 1 when A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 3. So, therefore, I will use 5 is equal to A plus B plus C. Substituting, we have A is 1, B is positive 3. Then, therefore, we can have 1 plus 3 plus C. 1 plus 3, we have 4. Then, para ma-isolate si C, i-transpose natin si 4 to the other side. So, that is 5 minus 4 is equal to C. And 5 minus 4, that is 1. So, therefore, ang value ng C natin is equal to 1. Alright, so there you have it. We already have the values of the real numbers or real values of A, B, and C. So, what are we going to do? Hindi pa po dyan natatapos kasi hindi pa natin nakukuha yung equation. So, di ba ang target natin is to form an equation in the table of values, in the given table of values. So, papaano po yan? In order to do that, we have to substitute the values of A, B, and C to our quadratic function. Eh, ano ba yung general form ng quadratic function natin? Alright, so that is y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Substituting the values, we have A is 1, B is 3, and C is 1. Simplifying, 1 times x squared, we have x squared. 3x, 3 times x, we have positive 3x. And positive 1 is equal to positive 1. So, alright, ayan, meron na tayong equation. So, this is now your equation or quadratic function given in that given table of values. We have y is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 1. Madali ba? So, I hope nasundan natin. So, don't you worry. Again, I will repeat. Kahit aling equations ang ginamit ninyo, as long as tama yung process ninyo ng elimination and substitution, so, makaka-arrive kayo dito sa iisang quadratic function, which is y is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 1. Our next concept is by finding the equation through a graph. So, paano naman kapag graph yung given? Paano tayo ngayon makaka-form ng ating quadratic function or quadratic equation of our function? So, dito, sinabi na dito ng ating quadratic function is this blue is for our quadratic function y is equal to x squared plus x minus 12. And this red is for our quadratic function y equals 3x squared plus 3x minus 36. Now, if you notice, they have the same intercept. Na? Di ba ang tawag natin dito dun sa nag-pass through the x-axis ay x-intercept kasi ang y dito ay 0. Tama? So, this is the x-intercepts, negative 4 and 3. This lies in 3. So, here, we have to look for, kapag graph yung given natin, ganitong tatandaan nyo. First, you have to look for the x-intercept. Ang x-intercept natin dito ay x is equal to negative 4 and x is equal to 3. Tama ba? Now, our target is, you have to take note that zeros of the function can be determined by setting y to 0. Ang zeros para ng function ay makukuha natin by setting y to 0. So, therefore, that is the x-intercept. Kasi, if y is equal to 0, therefore, we have, that is the x-intercept or we have the x-intercept. Now, Therefore, the zeros of the graph here are negative 4 and positive 3. Kapag nakuha na natin ang zeros, what will be our next step? Yan. So, ganito ang gagawin natin. We have to work backwards. Working backwards, we can say that factors are, di ba, nakuha na natin na x-intercepts are negative 4 and positive 3, right? So, dito, working backwards, we can say that the factors are x plus 4 and x minus 3. Paano po nangyari yan? So, naaalala nyo ba? Kapag in-equate natin sa 0, this will be x plus 4 is equal to 0. Kapag ang x plus 4 is equal to 0, pag tinranspose natin si positive 4 to the other side, magiging x is equal to negative 4. Ganun din dito, x minus 3 is equal to 0. Kapag tinranspose natin si negative 3 to the other side, that will result to x is equal to 3. So, yun po yung working backwards or moving backwards. Ano? So, here, ang factors pala natin ay x plus 4 and x minus 3. Kapag po yan ay ginawan natin ng equation, let us solve for the equation. That will become x plus 4 times x minus 3 is equal to 0. Since ito yung factors natin, ito yung dalawang factors natin. Now, to form an equation, we just need to apply the FOIL method. Okay. Imumultiply lang natin yan. Let's just get the product of the two binomials. X times x, we have x squared. X times negative 3, we have negative 3x. And positive 4 times positive x, we have positive 4x. Okay, nabaliktad ko ulit. We have 4 times x, we have positive 4x. And x times negative 3, we have negative 3x. And positive 4 times negative 3, we have negative 12 is equal to 0. Now, combining like terms, we have x squared plus, ang 4x minus 3x, we have positive x. So, positive x minus 12, that is equal to 0. So, ayun, nakita nyo yung ating blue? Ayan. If you notice, we get the same answer, which is equal to our quadratic function is equal to y is equal to x squared plus x minus 12. Ano? So, if you notice, tingnan nyo, itong ating red na graph, na equal siya sa y is equal to 3x squared plus 3x minus 6 minus 36, same lang siya ng coordinate, same lang siya ng x-intercept. Ibig sabihin po ba, ganun, dapat x squared plus x minus 12 din po yun. So, class, tandaan ninyo na we can have, or we can form as many quadratic functions. Why? Kasi, minumultiply lang naman natin to by a. By a. If you want a narrower, yung mas makipot, let us make a larger number. So, here, gawin nating 3. Kapag minultiply natin lahat by 3, 3 times x squared, we have 3x. 3 times x, we have 3x. And then, 3 times negative 12, we have negative 36. So, ganyan po. So, dito pa rin siya magbabase. Ano? So, ibig sabihin, pwede rin pala kayo makaform ng equation na ang a natin ay 2. 2 times x squared, we have 2x squared. 2 times positive x, we have positive 2x. And 2 times negative 12, that is negative 24. So, ganun din yon. So, yun din ay example din ng ating quadratic function. Alright? So, yan po yung finding an equation through a graph. And lastly, let us determine the quadratic function given the zeros. The zeros of the function. So, as what we have learned previously, the zeros of the functions is, okay, correct, when y is equal to 0, or therefore, these are the x-intercepts. So, just like what we did, working backwards ulit tayo, if the zeros are given, when x is equal to negative 3 and x equal to negative 2, so therefore, the factors are x plus 3 and x plus 2. Multiplying, using the FOIL method, we have x times x, we have, alright, so we have x squared. And then 3 times x, we have positive 3x, and x times positive 2, we have positive 2x. 3 times 2, we have positive 6. And that is equal to 0. Next is combining like terms. Positive 3x plus 2x, we have positive 5x. So our quadratic equation is x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So therefore, our quadratic function is equal to y is equal to 8 times x squared plus 5x plus 6. Again, nilagyan ko na dito ng a, para alam nyo na we can have many possible values for our quadratic function. It depends upon the a. Now, if our given a is equal to 1, so therefore, that will become, multiply natin ng 1, so that is 1 times x squared, 1 times positive 5x, and 1 times positive 6, and that is positive 6. So, pwede po tayong gawin natin ang quadratic function is equal to x squared plus 5x plus 6. Or, kapag naman ang gusto nyo ay ang value ng a is 2, therefore, 2 times x squared, we have 2x squared, 2 times positive 5x is positive 10x, and 2 times positive 6 is positive 12. So, ito yung another equation, okay? There are also instances when zeros or when our zeros are irrational numbers, just like this given. Find an equation of a quadratic function with zeros, 3, positive or negative square root of 2 all over 3. So, dalawa yung zeros natin dito. Isang 3 plus square root of 2 all over 3 at isang 3 minus square root of 2 all over 3. So, what if ganyan yung given natin? So, we cannot apply yung product of two factors or we cannot factor it out. Ano? Kasi mas mahirap. Kasi imumultiply mo pa parehas. Parehas siyang denominator. So, in this case, let us use this strategy. So, first is, of course, you need to copy x is equal to 3 positive negative square root of 2 all over 3. So, ang gawin natin, alsan ngayon natin ng positive ng denominator na 3. Para maalis natin si denominator na 3, we have to multiply both side by 3. So, 3 dito, 3 din dito. So, 3 times x, we have 3x is equal to 3 times 3 positive negative square root of 2 all over 3. Makakancel natin si 3. Ano ang natira? The numerator. And the numerator is 3 positive negative square root of 2. Now, yung 3, yung constant, ilagay natin dito para ma-isolate natin yung may radical sign. At yung may radical sign natin, that is square root of 2. Yung 3, ilagay natin doon. So, that will become 3x minus 3 kasi tinranspose natin is equal to positive negative square root of 2. Then, after that, para ang target ngayon natin, matanggal natin sa radical sign. In order, for us to cancel or extract that root, we have to multiply or get the square of both sides. Kasi ang square root and the square number ay parehas lang, so or pwede natin siyang ma-cancel out. Ano? Now, ito ay square of a binomial. So, paano ba? So, 3x squared, that is 9x squared. Then, multiply, para makuha natin yung middle term, multiply the two terms, 3x times 3, that is positive, that is 9x. Ano? So, 9x times 2, we have 18x. Then, copy the sign. Now, we have to get the square of 3. So, 3 squared, that is positive 9, is equal to, how about this? What is the square root? Square of the square root of 2. Makasal natin yun, natira na lang ay 2. Alright. Now, equate natin to into 0. Ito ngayon, itong 2 ay ilagay natin dito. Pagsamahin natin si constant, parehas naman sila, no? So, that will become 9 minus 2. 9x squared minus 18x plus 9 minus 2. 9 minus 2, that is equal to positive 7. So, therefore, this is our quadratic function. We have f of x is equal to 9x squared minus 18x plus 7. So, nakuha ba, class? So, after determining the quadratic functions given the table of values, the graph, and the zeros, let us now solve problems involving quadratic functions. So, I'm just going to give you example problem in which, diba, marami naman kasi tayong possible na ma-encounter na different problems. So, iba't iba yan, ano? So, I'm going to show you this one. The sum of two numbers is 29. find the maximum product or maximum possible product of the two numbers. So, dito hinahanap ay not just the possible product, not just the product of the two numbers, but the maximum possible product. Sabihin, ano ba yung pinakamalaki na magiging possible product ng dalawang number na yun na kung saan ang sum or kapag inad natin yung dalawa na yun, 29 ang sagot. Kasi there are many numbers, di ba? There are many numbers na ang sum ay 29. Tama? Alin daw dun yung pinaka-maximum possible product? So, in this case, alam na agad natin na this involves quadratic function because of the word maximum. Diba? Dito sa quadratic functions, we can determine the maximum height of an object, the maximum or the minimum. Diba? So, yun yung mga clue natin na ito ay involves quadratic functions, problems involving quadratic functions. So this time, how are we going to solve this? Just like other problems, we just need to have the representation. Ang binigay lang na clue sa atin, ang sum daw ng dalawang numbers ay 29. Kapag pinag-add natin yung dalawang number, 29 ang sagot. So, hindi natin alam yung dalawang number. So, in that case, we need to represent or let x be the first number. Kapag ang x ay ang ating first number, so therefore, ano yung padalawang number? Alam na natin yung sum ay 29. Para makuha second number, yung x natin, yung unang number natin, isubtract natin kay 29. So, di ba pag sinubtract natin yung unang number na yun kay 29, that would be our second number. So, 29 minus x. That is our second number. And also, you have to represent y be the maximum possible product of the two numbers. Okay? Now, in our graph, let us have our solution. Y is equal to x times 29 minus x. Bakit ito po yung na-form natin equation? Sabi dyan, possible product of two numbers. Sabihin, yung dalawang numbers na yan, si x at saka si 29 minus x, kukunin lang natin yung product. And that is, syempre, quadratic function to. So, we have to have y. So, y is equal to x times 29 minus x. So, distributive properties. So, x times 29, 29x. X times negative x, we have negative x. So, yun yung ating quadratic function. After knowing the quadratic functions, we can say that the graph of y is equal to 29x minus x squared opens downward. Bakit downward? Kasi yung value ng a natin dito is a negative. Ano? So, pababa siya. So, therefore, it has a maximum value. Ibig sabihin, di ba, saan ba nagde-determine kung maximum or minimum? Di ba sa vertex? Since it opens downward, ang vertex niya nasa taas. At kapag nasa taas yung vertex, that is the maximum value. Which is, makuha natin ang maximum value that is equal to k. Kasi, di ba nagdetermine ng taas at baba? That is the value of y. Kung ano yung y-axis natin, di ba? So, therefore, maximum value is equal to k. Sa hk, k is our y values. And it occurs at h. Of course, yung h pa rin ang nagsasabi kung ano yung number na yun. Pero, the maximum value is equal to our k. So, para mas malinaw, let us proceed. Alright. So, the graph of y is equal to 29x. Yan na nga, sinabi ko na, it opens downward and maximum value which is equal to k and it occurs at h. So, let us proceed with this. Para makuha natin ang value ng h and k, anong gagawin natin? Sige nga, recall. Very good. So, we have to find the value of h and k. Ang k natin ay is equal to 4ac minus b squared all over 4a. Yan. Since wala tayong graph, gagamitin natin ay ang formula in finding the vertex. hk. Ang k natin ay 4ac minus b squared all over 4a. Substitute natin. Ang value ng a natin dito, class, ay ano? A is equal to, alright, so we have negative 1. Ayan o, quadratic term, ito, negative 1. How about b? May value ba tayo ng b? Yung linear term natin? Yes, meron po. Ito yan. Ayan. So, we have 29, positive 29. Okay, medyo nahihirapan lang si ma'am kasi computer yung gamit. Ano? And how about the value of C? Ang value ng C natin ay equal sa, meron ba? Okay, wala po tayong constant term. So, our C is equal to 0. I-substitute lang po natin ang values na yan sa ating formula. Substituting, we have 4 times negative 1 times 0 minus b squared is 29 squared. All over 4 times a is negative 1. So, we have 4 times negative 1 times 0, 0 na yan. So, negative times 29 squared, 29 times 29 class is equal to 841. Then, times negative. So, negative 841. And 4 times negative 1, we have negative 4. Negative times negative, positive. 841 divided by 4, that is 210.25. So, meron na tayong value ng K. How about si H? Actually, kung ang kailangan lang naman natin is the maximum, the possible maximum value or product ng dalawang numbers. Actually, we don't need to find the H. Now, pero ipapakita ko sa inyo what is the purpose of H. Kasi ito na yun eh. Ito na yung hinahanap natin. This is the possible product. But, sabi dyan, it occurs at H. So, alamin natin, ano ba yung number na yun na dalawang number na yun na pag multiply natin, 210.25 ang sagot. That is by finding the value of H. H is equal to negative B over 2A. So, substitute lang natin yung value. So, 29, 2 times negative 1, that is negative 2. Negative 29 divided by negative 2, that is positive na. No? 29 divided by 2, that is 14.5. Ibig sabihin, it occurs pala at 14.5. Yung dalawang number, therefore, now, pag multiply natin, that will give its maximum possible product are equal to H, which are 14.5 and 14.5. So, therefore, we can say that when multiplied, 14.5 times 14.5, the result is the value of K, which is 210.25. Pag multiply natin to, 210.25. So, therefore, the maximum product of the two numbers is 210.25. And what are those two numbers? 14.5 and 14.5. Pero ano yung answer natin? The maximum product ng two numbers is 210.25. So, sana naunawaan natin yun. This time, I know you are ready for your learning task number 2. On your module, on page 37, your learning task 2 states that you need to solve each problem using quadratic functions. So here, the first given is, I'm going to show you an example. So this is different from what is given or written in your module. So the sum of two positive integers is 25. What is the minimum sum of their squares? So here, since again, nakita natin yung clue, which is the minimum. So, therefore, this is a problem involving quadratic functions. So, how are we going to do this? Again, let's have our representation. Ang sinabi lang dyan is that the sum of the two positive integers ay 25. We don't know those two positive integers. Ang sinabi lang ay sum nila. Ano? So here, let us represent x as the first number. If x is the first number, so therefore, in order to get the second number, ay alam naman natin na 25 na yung sum. So therefore, paano makukuha? Para yung for example, may 20 pesos ka. 20 pesos daw yung total. Na pag ang isa ay alam mong 10, para makabuo ng 10, for example, 5. 5 yung isang number. Para makabuo ng 20, what will be the other number? Correct. 15. So, paano nyo kuha yung 15? Diba, mina-minus lang yung 5, yung first number, doon mismo sa sum. So, that is how we get the second number. Therefore, the second number is represented as 25 minus x, since the sum is 25. 25 minus the first number, that is the second number. Now, let's have our equation. Here we have our solution. We have, magbe-base tayo dun sa tinatanong. What is the minimum sum of their squares? Pag sinabing sum of their squares, ibig sabihin, pag inad natin yung dalawang number, yung squares ng dalawang number. Therefore, yung dalawang number na yun, kukunin nyo muna ang square and then saka mo i-add. This is the first number. We have the x, kinuha natin ang square. And then, the second number, which is 25 minus x, kinuha natin the square and then get their sum. Naku ha, that is how we formulate an equation. If this is the equation, simplifying x squared, that is x squared. But here, this is a square of a binomial, which means that 25 minus x is multiplied to itself. 25 minus x times 25 minus x. Yun po ang ibig sabihin niya. At para ma-solve natin yan, we will apply the FOIL method. So, 25 times 25, we have, okay, kopyahin muna natin si x squared, ha? X squared plus 25 times 25, we have 625. 25 times negative x, we have negative 25x. Negative x times 25, we have negative 25x. And lastly, we have negative x times negative x, we have positive x squared. So, equals to y natin. Okay, medyo napahuli lang yung y. Ano? So, pwede naman ganyan. Y is equal to, ano? Alright. Then, we have combining like terms. Ayan. Ito, magkasama. And then, x squared and x squared. Pagsamahin na natin. X squared plus x squared, that is equal to 2x squared. May 1 dito, may 1 dito. Pag pinag-add, we have 2. 2x squared. And then, negative 25x minus 25x, we have negative 50x. Since same sign, pag-a-addin. Next, ang constant natin is 625. So, positive 625 equals to y. Next, what are we going to do? Since we know that the given equation is equal, our quadratic function is equal to y is equal to 2x squared minus 50x plus 625, let us let us find the vertex to find the minimum sum of their squares. If the since dito, we can use the formula in finding the vertex, yung hk. H is equal to negative b over 2a. So, kunin muna natin ang value ng a. What is the value of a? Alright, so a is equal to, correct, that is positive 2. How about b? b is negative 50, correct. Negative 50, this is the linear term. Okay, kita nyo, lahat ng mga pinag-aralan natin, ito yung linear term. Lahat ng pinag-aralan natin during the past lessons, lahat yan this is C. Yan, nalito na si ma'am. This is C. C is equal to 625. Lahat ng pinag-aralan natin sa past lessons natin ay prerequisite nito. So, kailangan alam natin or nauunawaan natin yung mga past lessons para hindi na tayo magre-record. So, A is 2, B is negative 50, and C is equal to 625. So, therefore, ang H natin ay equals sa negative B over 2A. So, substituting the values, we have negative times negative 50 all over 2 times A, which is 2. Now, negative 50, 2 times 2, we have 4. Negative times negative 50, we have positive 50. And positive 50 divided by 4, that is correct. That is 12.5. So, the value of H is 12.5. Ibig sabihin, it determines the number or the numbers or the positive integers na tinutukoy sa ating problem. That is 12.25. Right? How about yung tinatanong, the minimum sum of their squares? To find the minimum sum of their squares, let us use the K. K is equal to 4AC minus B squared all over 4A. So we have, substituting 4 times 2 times 625 minus negative 50 squares. 4 times 2. 4 times 2 times 625, we have 5,000. Negative times negative 50 squared, we have 2,500. And 4 times 2, we have 8. 5 times 7 minus 2, 5, or 2,500, we have 2,500 divided by the 8. And the answer is 312.5. So meaning to say, our K is 325. And again, it tells the minimum or the maximum value. So that is the value of K. So therefore, our answer, our final answer is the minimum sum of their squares is 312.5. What are the two numbers? The two numbers are 12.5 and 12.5. Did you understand? Very good. Let us have the second example. Second problem. A rectangle has a perimeter of 120 centimeters. Find the greatest possible area for the rectangle. So again, this is a problem involving quadratic functions since we are looking for the greatest possible area. Kita niyo yung mga clue natin. Greatest possible area. Pinakamalaking possible area. So, ibig sabihin, we're looking for the maximum area. Maximum possible area for that rectangle which has a perimeter of 120. So, how are we going to represent it? First, since this involves a geometric problem, a rectangle, ang rectangle natin ay, alright, so that is perimeter. Pag sabing perimeter, di ba, we have the formula, P is equal to 2 times L plus width, or this is the sum, alright? So, substitute lang natin, ang perimeter natin ay 120. 120 is equal to 2 times L plus width. Since we need, or our target is to find the L, or the sum of the length and width, i-divide natin both side by 2 para ma-eliminate natin si 2 doon sa tabi ni length plus width. After cancelling, maka-cancel natin yung 120 divided by 2, we have 60. So, meaning, 60 is equal to length plus width. If our length plus width is equal to 60, ibig sabihin, pwede natin i-represent ang ating length. If our length is x, so therefore, how will we get the width? Kailangan kasi natin makuha yung yung dimensions. Alright. Kung ang sum, alam naman natin ang sum ay 60. Kung ang length ay x, ibig sabihin, ang width is equal to 60 minus x. Pagmamainasin lang natin. 60 minus x. Naunawaan, class? Okay. So, after that, let's have this equation. Let us form an equation. Since this involves quadratic function, y is equal to x times 60 minus x. Product yan, since we are looking for the area. Ang area po is equal to length times width. Kaya po, x times 60 minus x. Naunawaan po ba to? Very good. Now, let us simplify. X times 60, we have 60x. And then, alam ba kung asan na tayo? Ito yan. X times 60, we have 60x. X times negative x, we have negative x squared. Then after that, this is already our quadratic function. We have y is equal to 60x minus x squared. Next is, after knowing the quadratic function, or the equation of the quadratic function, y is equal to 60x minus x squared, let us find the vertex para makuha na natin ano ba yung greatest possible area. And what is that dimensions of the rectangle na makakapagbuo ng ating greatest possible area for our rectangle. So here, let us find the h. H is equal to negative b over 2a. Pero alam na ba natin ang a, b, and c? Alamin natin, what is a? Ang a natin ay equal sa negative 1. Correct. How about our letter b? What is the b values? Or the numerical coefficient of our linear term? Yes, that is 60. Positive 60. How about our c? Our c is equal to, ayan, wala po tayong constant term. So, our c is equal to 0. After knowing the values of real numbers, substitute na natin. So, we have negative c. Okay, ang ating B ay 60. So, negative 60 or positive 60. May negative tayo dito. Ang B natin ay 60 lang. So, 60 all over 2 times negative 1. Ang negative 1 natin ay A. Alright. So, we have this is 2 times negative 1. We have negative 2. Now, negative 60 divided by negative 2. Negative times negative, we have positive. So, we have 30. H is equal to 30. So, therefore, ang dalawa pala nating numbers na pag pinag-multiply or the dimensions of our rectangle na makakapagbuo ng ating greatest possible area, that is 30. 30 and 30. Ano? Now, hanapin na natin ang hinahanap, which is the greatest possible area, and that is by looking for the value of K. K is equal to 4ac minus b squared, substituting 4 times 1 times 0 minus 60 or negatives are, alright, we have 60 squared or positive. 4 times negative 1. So, 4 times 1 times 0, we have 0. So, 0 minus, what is 60 squared? 3,600. Correct. 4 times negative 1, negative 4. And negative times negative, we have positive, and 3,600 divided by 4, we have 900. So, therefore, we can say that the greatest possible area for the rectangle is 900 square centimeters. Ma'am, paano po nangyari na ang dimensions ng rectangle natin? Di ba pag sinabi nating rectangle ganito, alam natin na ganyan yung shape niya. Dapat mas mahaba yung isa kasi it's a rectangle. 30, kung ito ay 30, dapat 30 din daw itong ating width. Tama? Sabihin, pare-parehas lang yan. Ibig sabihin, 30 to, 30 to, 30 din to, 30 din to. Tama? Is it a rectangle? Okay, so sasabihin nyo, ma'am, hindi na, square na yon, di ba? Square na po yan kasi it's a rectangle. But take note, class, we're going to explore the kinds of rectangle pagdating natin ng third quarter. And you will discover that a square is a kind of a rectangle. So, meaning to say, a square is also a rectangle. Alright? So, ibig sabihin, tama po yan. That it is possible na magkaroon tayo ng dimensions or length and width which are equal ng rectangle, which are 30 and 30. Nakuha? Pero hindi naman po yun ang hinahanap, which is the greatest possible area. So, our answer is 900 square centimeters. Naunawaan ba, class? So, I hope na naliwanagan kayo sa mga possible problems na ma-encounter natin involving quadratic functions. So, kailangan lang alamin yung maximum, the minimum, the greatest, the lowest possible area or amount of that given in our problem. So, yun lang yung clue natin para alam natin that that is or what we are looking for is involves quadratic functions. At alamin nyo lang, kung alam nyo ang formula for the value of h and k, madali nyo yung masasagutan. So, that's it. So, you may proceed answering your learning test number 2 on your module. So, take a pause for this video and give time to answer on your learning test number 2. Good luck! Class, please also do your additional tasks on your learning test number 2, page 38. You have to find the quadratic function determined by the table of values. So, ang given natin ay table of values, which are, ang values ng x are negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And y values are 4, 0, negative 2, negative 2, 0, 4. So, you just need to apply what we have learned in determining the quadratic or the equation of the quadratic function given the table of values. And lastly, for your learning test number 3 on the same page, page 38, Find the largest area which the farmer can enclose with 56 meters of fencing materials. Meaning, meron siyang total of 56 meters of fencing materials. Ang tinatanong is, or your task is to find the largest area na kayang makuha or ma-enclose nung farmer niya with that fencing materials. Ibig sabihin, babakuran niya yung kanyang lot. Here are the dimensions. Pinakita dyan. 28 minus x yung ating given. 28 minus x ang ating length. And then, these are the width. Okay, so this involves quadratic functions, of course. Just apply what you have learned. Okay, so good luck.
So thank you so much, my dear students, for being with me in this session. I hope you learned a lot. Again, this is me, your mom, Shei, your guide in learning Mathematics 9 during the modular distance learning. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much.